I want to talk to you about the ultimate POS system cost guide and what kind of cost should you be expecting. So for you to actually buy a POS system, you got to have a clear idea about what you're getting yourself into. Into this conversation, I'm giving you a few pointers to really even make the right decision. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about the POS systems in general, you need to really understand that the cost of a POS systems are generally divided into software costs, hardware investments, and payment processing fees, with the pricing varied based on the feature set, the size of the business, and the transactional volume. This is important. And investment in POS hardware such as card readers, cash registers, barcode scanners, and receipt printers can range from $50 all the way to $2,000. We have seen cases where the investment went all the way to $5,000, with businesses facing the decision to purchase or lease, each with its own long-term economic implications. I'll talk to you more about that into this conversation, and it's important to really understand that credit card processing fees are also subject to a negotiation based on the transaction value and type, and businesses must be aware of potential hidden fees like additional costs for extra registers or terminals, supports, training, and system upgrades. So before you actually thinking about POS system costs, you need to really understand that the three significant factors that I just spoke to you about are very important and are going to impact the backbone of your profitability model for a long time. Okay, and it's really important to understand that if you want, before you go to a hardware investment, remember that you have some negotiation fees, but also you have termination fees. And hardware investments are the tangible aspect of your POS system. This may comprise tablet-based systems, full countertop setups, or even mobile card readers, with investments, as I said, ranging from $50 all the way to $5,000 in some cases. And but the long story short, you want to first call the payment processor. You want to call the tablets, you want to call the hard asset sort of provider to make sure that you can have a discussion first, because they need to understand your needs before giving you a quote. So let's talk about evaluating POS software options. Now, navigating the sea of POS software options can feel overwhelming, and the pricing alone can swing from free subscriptions to around $400 per month for high-end options, with different subscription tiers offering varying features. Small business POS software plans can start at a humble $15 to $20 per month and can go up to $100 or $150 per month with additional cost per extra terminal. So they're charging you per terminal. Okay. However, cost and capabilities are only part of the equation. So choosing a POS system that includes automation capabilities for accounting, employee supervision, and inventory can significantly reduce manual workloads. So you got to really balance your the resource allocation here to see what really is suitable for your operation. And so cloud-based systems are a favorite pick in this regard, given their lower initial startup cost and reduce the requirements for IT maintenance compared to on-premise solutions. So while evaluating POS software options, you want to consider licensing options and user account policies. And these aspects often dictate the cost, usage terms, and the flexibility and accessibility for staff operations. So that's an important element to think about. And let's not forget the ease of use too, right? A very user-friendly POS system reduces the training time required and boosts the efficiency of in-store operations, thereby enhancing overall team productivity. And you got to have the team productivity if you want to increase your bottom line down the road. Now you have free POS software, and then you also have a paid POS software. Now in the realm of POS software, free options have carved out their niche. For example, independent retailers may have the opportunity to implement a basic retail POS system at no cost, and this can really help streamline their operations and improve customer service. So basically, options like Square and PayPal Zettle, which offer mobile card readers, have made POS systems more affordable for small businesses. So while those free plans can reduce upfront cost for retail businesses, there is a catch though, and you got to really pay attention to that catch. So they often come with higher transaction fees, which can offset the cost savings from the free software. Therefore, you want to you want to account for those costs when choosing the POS system for your business. And you also have paid POS software. So that's really so they offer robust features such as deep inventory management, reporting, marketing, loyalty programs, e-commerce integration, elements indispensable for restaurant operations, among others. I want to talk to you about hardware considerations and expenses. And this is an important element to keep in mind. So after software comes the tangible part of your POS system, the hardware, the POS hardware. Now the requirements here vary depending on your business needs and can include, excuse me. Thank you so much. So basically what I was just talking about here is that the requirements here vary depending on your business needs and can include items like mobile card readers, cash registers, barcode scanners, receipt printers, and the cost for this can range from under $50 all the way to $2,000, depending on what you choose. Now, the thing is that you got to ask yourself, what kind of setup does your customer service want, or does your clients, your audience want in general? For instance, do they want cash registers or do they want something mobile? And cash registers, for instance, can range from entry-level options that cost under $200 to high-end options with additional features like magnetic card readers and touch screen terminals, which can exceed $2,000. Meanwhile, barcode scanners necessary for retail operations can cost between $50 to $300 each. Card readers are priced around $39 to $49. Sometimes they can go to $50. And receipt printers fall in the range of $289 to $399. In some cases, you can have $500. So you got to ask yourself, am I purchasing? Am I leasing, right? Purchasing versus leasing hardware. So when it comes to acquiring POS hardware, you are faced with a decision to purchase or lease. So renting POS hardware typically involves lower upfront costs, making it a more accessible option for new businesses with limited startup capital. And leased POS systems often come with ongoing customer support and troubleshooting included, which can be beneficial for businesses without technical expertise. Leasing also offers more flexibility as businesses can switch to newer technology more easily without the financial loss from previous investments. However, leasing can be more expensive in the long term due to monthly fees, service charges, and potential interest rates associated with the lease in the first place. So this is something you need to think about. On the flip side, purchasing POS hardware outright often results in greater long-term profitability due to the avoidance of continuous monthly payments and potential lease agreement changes. So something to think about. Now, there are financing options for POS hardware, though. You got to really see which one applies to you. I mean, those options allow businesses to spread their investments over a year or more, easing the financial burden of the initial investment. So this is something to really think about. I want to talk to you about navigating credit card processing fees. And so the processing fees are actually influenced by the merchant services provider selected, with some providers opting for a flat rate while others use variable transaction fees based on different payment methods. And businesses that process a higher volume of credit card transactions can negotiate lower per transaction rates. Okay, so businesses that process those transactions, especially if they exceed certain threshold in card payments each month, they can really negotiate that. And so the type of transaction also affects the fees that I was just talking to you about. Let me give you an example. Swiped card transactions generally incur lower processing fees compared to a keyed-in transactions due to the lower risk of fraud associated with swiped payments. Therefore, to secure the most advantageous credit card processing rates, as a business, you should become knowledgeable on industry-specific terms, specifically for your industry. You have to understand your transaction patterns, and I'm talking here about your transaction volume, your transaction patterns, your transaction trends, what kind of demographics you're addressing, what kind of you are not addressing, you are serving, what kind of chronology goes into your transactional volume, and what kind of a demographics geography also. You also need to choose a pricing structure that aligns with your business model and volume. And the volume actually, the analysis of the volume actually has to start a little early, so you know what kind of volume you are processing every month, and what types of cards. This is an important element. What types of cards your actual also your customers generally have. Do they have MasterCard? Do they have Visa? Do they have Discover or American Express? I want to talk to you about additional costs and hidden fees to watch out for as you're navigating the POS system cost guide. And so when budgeting for your POS system, it's important to consider not just the visible cost, what we call the visible cost, but also the hidden costs, right? POS providers may charge extra for a few hidden costs, and it's important for you as a merchant to really be aware of those things, so that you're not surprised in the end and say, you know what, they're scammers or whatever. Then nobody's scammers. It's all about doing your homework, knowing exactly how much you are going to pay in the end. This is important. So basically, POS providers may actually charge extra for integrations with other business systems. So if you want, for instance, your Clover to integrate to QuickBooks or Wave or Xero, for instance, they may charge you extra. Who knows? And POS providers may charge extra for add-on features such as email marketing or loyalty programs, and for services like SMS that increase the overall cost beyond initial estimates. So those are elements, that will impact your budget. This is why I was just telling you a little earlier. Before you actually calculate your POS cost, you got to really first have a clear idea about your needs. What do you need? Do you need to communicate with your audience? Do you need to send them SMS? Do you need to run ad campaigns? Those are elements that really will impact your overall bottom line. And as a business owner, you may also face additional monthly fees for each added register or terminal. And these fees can vary from $9.95 to $40 per register, potentially multiplying costs for businesses such as yours with multiple points of sale. And another often overlooked cost is that of support and training. Yeah, because you're going to have to train your staff. So you must account for the price of vendor assistance and the need for periodic technological upgrades or replacement, for instance, which can further inflate long-term software costs when you really think about it. So long story short, you have a constellation of costs to be aware of. And if you want to really survive, you got to really properly budget your cash inflows and cash outflows. I want to talk to you about the POS system cost by industry, because there are some industries that are considered riskier than others. And so the POS system costs are not a one-size-fits-all. They can vary considerably between the different industries, such as retail, restaurants, cafes, spas, and food trucks, making it essential to understand the specific POS cost for your business and then choose the right POS provider. So, for instance, smaller retail stores usually incur a monthly POS system cost between $15 to $100 for a single register setup, with larger stores requiring multiple registers, spending between $100 to $300 per month. So the cost, the delta is really important to remember. Now, food trucks, on the other hand, require a mobile, wirelessly connected POS system that occupies minimal space, usually consisting of a single terminal and a card reader, potentially with handheld terminals. So, and for instance, also spas, salons, and wellness businesses have their unique set of requirements. So their POS systems typically incorporate features such as appointment scheduling, invoicing, retail capabilities, recurring membership, and booth rental management. So the common hardware investments for these businesses include customer-facing tablets for intake forms and tablets for recording client notes. And as for cafes, they can expect digital payment processing fees to range from 2% to 3% for in-person payments and 3.5% to 5% for online orders with online payments. So something to be aware of. And also, what I want to say is that spas, salons, and wellness businesses may actually encounter payment processing fees between 2.5% and 2.5% to 4%, subject to sales volume and business type. So the more sales, the more transactional volume you process through the card processor platform, the less the cost is, right? It's one of those things where you have to really think about what specifically applies to your operation and to your niche. Let me talk to you about choosing actually the right POS system for your business. So basically, this is a careful balancing act of evaluating features, scalability, pricing models, user friendliness, and customer support options, right? First and foremost, ensure the POS system offers a set of features that match the specific needs of your business, such as inventory, employee management, and integration with an e-commerce platform if needed. Next, when choosing a POS system, consider the following factors. The system should be appropriate for your business size, from basic hardware for small retailers to advanced setups for larger operations. It should be scalable to accommodate future growth. You want to review the different pricing models offered by the POS system, especially the providers such as Interchange Plus pricing, tiered pricing, and flat rate pricing, to find one that aligns with your business's budgetary constraints and type of operations. Lastly, when choosing a POS system, consider the following. Choose a system that is user-friendly, minimizing the risk for constant technical support. Verify that the provider offers comprehensive customer support options and has a reliable presence in the market. This is an important element to think about. And also invest in cybersecurity for your POS system to ensure the protection of customer data and safeguard against breaches. So here's a bonus I want you to really have now. So I want to give you a few tips for reducing POS system cost. What you want to do is basically, while POS systems are a necessary investments, there are ways to reduce their cost. One such strategy is implementing a zero-fee credit card processing program where transaction costs are passed on to the customer. This can help your business lessen your processing fee burden. Another cost-saving tip is to opt for annual subscription for POS software rather than monthly payments. Many providers offer discounts for those plans, which can result in significant savings over time when you think about it. So bottom line is you have to look for every way for you to implement strategies that will help you overall. Really considering carefully software, hardware, and payment processing fees so that you can really reduce them over time, right? So from free and paid software options to buying or leasing hardware, you have a range of choices to fit your unique needs and budget, and it's up to you to choose the right system, evaluate the features, evaluate the scalability, the pricing models, and ease of use, as well as being mindful of hidden costs. Very important. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about the POS system cost guide, and I gave you the overview, the bonus, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.